So I've been thinking about the concept of simplicity, specifically the mental models that can help us arrive to simplicity and simple explanations. The first one would be Occam's razor. So for those of you that don't know, Occam's razor states that when faced with two equally good hypotheses, we should probably choose the simpler one. And this is because, again, it's called a razor, meaning we want to shave away the assumptions that we're making about something happening and the explanation that led to it. This also works because, statistically speaking, the more complicated an explanation is, the more moving parts have to be true. So, like a complicated explanation can have 20 things that have to be true, while a simple explanation can have one. So one example of this can be if you lose your keys. When you lose your keys, it's better to think that the explanation is you misplaced it rather than thinking someone robbed you. Because for someone to have robbed you, someone would want to have robbed you, and someone should have your keys instead of it being in your house. While the explanation of you misplacing your keys is dependent on one thing, which is you misplacing the keys. So I guess another iteration of Occam's razor would be Hanlon's razor. So this is where the saying comes from, which is never attribute to malice what can be attributed to incompetence. And this isn't an insult to anyone. It's more of an easier way to look at it, I guess. It's a variation of Occam's razor, which explains human behavior. So what that means is it's easier to assume that bad things happen not because people have bad intentions, but rather they are not able to do the thing which would have aligned to what you wanted. Um, it's better to assume that something went wrong because they were incompetent rather than because they had bad intentions for you. So, I guess one caveat of these mental models that help simplify your life is we should use them sparingly since simple explanations are easier to grasp. And when they're easier to grasp, that might mean it just feels more comfortable to hold these facts in your head. We want to use these mental models, such as the Occam's razor and Hanlon's razor, so that we can look for the truth of what happened rather than actually trying to make it simple. The goal is the truth, not simplicity. So